Here we go. Oh yeah!
America!
There you go, baby. Today I'm going to talk about the 5 things each trader and investor in crypto needs to know if you want to have success. I'm also going to talk about the price of Bitcoin. We tagged 69,300 today. Are we going to go up a little higher or are we going down? We're going to talk about the probabilities. This is going to be a good one, guys. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, Joel with the Crypto Code here. Hope you guys are doing well. Today, I'm going to talk about the 5 things that every crypto trader investor needs to know if they want to have success in this. Now, I'm recording this today on my last beach walk for, well, the next little bit. This is the time of the year that my wife and I, we fly back. Actually, I'm driving back this time, back to Utah. So we're snowbirds. We spend about half the year here in Florida and the other half in Utah. So it's time to leave the beach. We still run back here throughout the year, but for this extended time to leave the beach and head out to the mountains. The wake surfing, oh, the waves just about got me there. Wake surfing and all that kind of fun stuff. So, I'll show you a few more sites here at the end if you guys care to see. All right, I want to talk about the 5 things every, guy just caught a fish back there. I was like startled. 5 things every crypto Bitcoin trader needs to know if you want to have success. All right, number 1 is this. You have to decide what kind of trader you want to be, because that determines what you're going to do. That determines your strategy and your method. Are you going to just be a long-term HODLer, which I don't recommend, but I would modify that and say, are you going to be more of a longer-term investor, meaning you are going to wait for those opportunities when price is undervalued, when price is low, when you get these opportunities every 4 years or so during these cycles, and this is where you're going to start adding to your bags. This is where you're going to start dollar cost averaging into these lower times, and then you're going to be patient and you're going to sell as markets get overexcited, price goes up, but you're waiting about 4 years to do that. And you can do extremely well with that. And to do that, you have to have step number 2, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. So if you want to learn to do those kind of things, yes, you've got to be patient. That leads me to the next thing. Patience. Number 2 in crypto is patience. I want to come back to number 1 for a second though. So number 2 is going to be patience. I'm going to talk about that. But number 1, if you're going to buy low and sell high, you've got to understand a little bit about charts, a little bit about cycles, and you've got to pay attention and be ready, because these moves are, you get about 10 to 14 days on each end to make that move. So you can't just sit there and do what everyone else does and just wait and hope the price is going to come down or hope the price is going to keep going up. You have to be aware, you have to take action, and you have to set yourself alerts. And then when you set your alert, you go for it. And then you're patient. Okay, so give you a little concept on that. In the last bear market, our mastermind members, myself, scooping up Bitcoin at 15.5, 16,000. Charts were screaming buy, buy, buy. This is when everyone was saying, no, it's going to go down lower. It's going to be the end. It's going to go down to 10K. It's going to go down to 5K. And it didn't. And then a lot of people missed out catching the bottom. You're never going to catch the bottoms. Okay? It's best to catch a trend. As trend starts to trend up, catch the trend. And then the opposite is for selling. Last September, October, we were screaming sell, sell, sell. Take your profits, take your profits, take your profits. And of course, almost like every cycle, People don't, and they hold, and here they find themselves down to 52% correction. Is the bottom here? You might be wondering, is the bottom of Bitcoin here? Well, no one's ever going to know that, and we really can't predict the price. Anyone tells you they can predict the price, I see YouTubers all the time saying, we're going to predict the price. No, you can't predict the price. Now, you can get some probabilities of where price will go, and this is where you put your plan in place and say, I'm going to buy at these levels, and these levels, and then I'm going to be patient and hold on. That's what you can do. You can't predict the price, but you can look at the probabilities. Okay, so number 2 is patience. And patient doesn't mean just having patience with a 4-year cycle or any kind of cycle. Patience means slow down in your trading. Have your plan. That's number 3. Have your plan ready. And be patient. Let price come to you, not you to the price. Patience. Let price come to you, not you to the price. Sun's coming up. Okay, so that means when you have your orders set, when you have your plan, that's step number 3, you don't deviate. You let the price come to you. And if you get that price, great. If you don't, there's always another day, there's always another plan. One of the areas that I see that people fail is that they try to force it. And they look at the price, maybe they're on a low time frame, they're on a 5-minute chart, 12-minute chart, and they just go for it. And then they miss out on a sweet entry because they sacrifice their impatience for not grabbing a good price. We'll go this way, walking under the pier here. There's a ton of people out here today. Tonight is the SLS rocket launch, where the astronauts are going up to the moon. My neighbor works for NASA, so I get to go on the base and watch the launch. So let's hope it goes, because I can't stick around, so it's better go today. But 400,000 people are coming down to this area here, so it's a zoo here. That's actually not too bad right now. Lots of people out there. All right, so number 2 is patience. Be a patient trader, and that also includes when taking your profits. Make sure you have your level set, take your profits, and be patient. All right, step number 3, which I already told you, is have a plan. That should be the number 1, but I put it as number 3 because I'm just doing these in random order. But number 3 is have a plan. One of the questions I get is, how do I make a plan? I don't even know any of this stuff. So what I would recommend that you do is go back and watch some of my videos on the channel about creating a trading plan. If you don't have a trading plan, you shouldn't be trading. You shouldn't be buying crypto. You're just gambling. That's it. If you don't have a plan, you're just gambling. So you might as well not do it. Yeah, you might get lucky. But for every person that gets lucky, there's 99 people that were not lucky. So you've got to have a plan. Now the plan breaks down into 3 parts. So we're going to go to like a little sub part here. The plan is this. Before you ever take a trade, there's 3 questions you need to have answers to. Number 1, where am I going to enter the trade? Actually, I'm going to show you guys a plan right now. Okay, so there's a plan I have right now, and I'm being very patient. When price comes up to a certain level, I'm going to short. And only if it comes to that level. It came close to that level today, but it has not triggered on my charts yet. But this is my very specific plan. So step number 1 is know your entry price. So I know my entry price. I'm going to enter at a certain price if certain conditions are met. If the conditions are not met, I'm not entering. And if I'm entering at that price, I'm doing it for a very specific reason, because I know my risk to reward on here. So from here, I know my entry. So question number 1 is, where am I going to enter the trade? Question number 2 is, where am I going to exit the trade if the trade goes against me? That's your stop loss. If you're not trading with a stop loss, you shouldn't be trading. You should always have a stop loss, because your plan may not work out. So number 2 is, where am I going to exit if my trade goes against me? That's your stop loss. Question number 3 is, where am I going to exit if my trade goes for me? And that is your take profit. How are you going to take your profits? And this is what I do here on my trading plan. So, example, I have a couple trades here. Hopefully it'll load up here in a second, where I have a very specific plan. These trades have been in play for a while now. There's one of my plans, exiting my trade right here. Now you've seen this one over the last couple days. This is an actual short trade that I have in play. And I've already locked in I think it's locked in about $19,000, almost $20,000 in this trade. And if this comes up and we go past 75 here in a little bit, I'll get stopped out and I'll still make 19,000. But if this rolls over, I'm gonna make about 40,000. Now, I've already taken a significant amount of profit. The last part of this is what's called my moon bag, or my runner actually. And so I don't really care. The runner is what makes you a ton of money. Same thing with this trade. I've already made about 29,000 on this one. This is the last part of the trade. So you have to be very, very specific about where you're going to exit. And if you don't know, you shouldn't be trading. So that's the thing. You need to have a trading plan. If you don't have a trading plan, well, you're going to really struggle. Short trading. Should you learn it? Yes. You should learn how to short crypto. If you're not learning how to short crypto, you're missing out on a huge amount of profits. Longing and shorting crypto, basically longing means making money when price goes up, and shorting means making money when price goes down. Anyone that tells you you can't make money shorting, that just tells me they don't know how to trade. So I'm gonna get to the next 2 here in a moment. If you wanna learn how to do these kind of trade setups, there's the sun, by the way. If you wanna learn how to do this and have a plan, go to the description of this video. You can register for a workshop. Attend that workshop. We'll teach you about the trading plans. We'll teach you how we do our trades and how we can actually give these plans to you, and then you can decide if you want to take them. And we'll actually send you $10 in Bitcoin if you attend that workshop as well. Take a short quiz at the end. All right, number 4 is this. Time, this is an old saying in trading, time in the markets, not timing the markets. Meaning, when you're new, you're brand new to this. I started full-time trading in 2018. I didn't know anything. I had no interest in charts. I had no interest in anything. It was all gobbledygook to me. But I had a good friend who made a lot of money trading. And over time, before 2018, I said, wow, I think I need to learn this. I had already started in Bitcoin mining 2013. And no, I was not a Bitcoin mining bajillionaire. I was the marketing guy and helped these guys get a bunch of people into crypto mining. They did go on to make millions and millions. I mined a little bit. And actually it was some of my best investment I ever had in Bitcoin. But, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so here's the thing. You got to start somewhere, right? So you're not going to be an overnight success. I do think you can cut the learning curve pretty quick if you go through my training, if you learn it, if you practice it, and you're dedicated, and then you just follow the trade plans, just learn how to do the trade plans. That's one way to really shortcut things. But if you're trying to figure things out on your own, you got to spend a lot of time. So time in the market's not timing the market. So the longer you do it, the more you stick with it, the better you'll get. I just saw one of our Mastermind members post yesterday a video testimonial for us, and he talked about how he's been in the program for 3 years and he's done amazing and he's learned a lot, and it's because he's stuck with it. And it's like anything in life. If you quit immediately, you're going to struggle. So you want to stick with it. You want to have time in the markets, and you'll get better and better and better over time. Hey, I wanted to say thank you for watching my videos. Let me know what you guys think of these beach walking videos. I'm going to shoot videos every single day. I'm not always going to be at the beach because, I'm heading back to Utah. But let me know if you guys like this format and if there's any questions you have. I walk every day, so I just figure, why not shoot some videos? Show some prices on my phone. And that's kind of easy for me, but I want to know what you guys like. Do you guys enjoy these videos, or would you like to see a different type of format? Let me know in the comments below. Number 5, learn to control your emotions. If you're an emotional trader, and we all are at some point, your emotions will get the best of you regardless of your plan. So even if you have a plan, if you sabotage your plan with your emotions, you're going to struggle trading. And so with emotions, the reason why I would say this is if you're struggling with emotions, it's because of this. You're not using, actually, number 6, I got another one. We're gonna add a bonus, number 6. I was gonna do 10. Maybe I'll do another video with 10. We're gonna do 6, and that's risk management. Don't let me forget that. If you are trading with emotions, that tells me, number 1, you're not using risk management, which is number 6. Number 2, you're just gambling. You're not using a plan. And most importantly, you're not sizing your trade correctly. You're going all in, you're betting the farm, and you're trading with money that you can't afford to lose. Everyone always says, trade with money that you can't afford to lose, but do people really do that? No. Most people trade with money that they can't afford to lose, and that's okay to trade with money that you can't afford to lose, but you have to use risk management. Now obviously if you need the money for rent, living expenses, don't trade with that kind of money, guys. You got to trade with extra money. But nobody wants to lose money. I mean, anytime someone says, yeah, this is money I can afford to lose, I'm just gonna throw it in the ocean right there. No, nobody thinks that. Nobody wants to lose money. Should you use leverage trading? Yes, you should use leverage trading now. Should you get wrecked and do whatever everyone else does when they use leverage trading? No. Here's the thing with leverage, guys. Leverage is a tool. Leverage is a tool. It is not a way to get rich. It's a tool to use to be able to use your account so you can get more positions, but you're using the same risk management. This allows you to take a smaller account, turn it into a larger account over time if you use proper risk management. I don't have time to put it in this video, but if you go through my videos, you're going to see where I talk about how to use the risk calculator, and I'll show you with leverage how you can use leverage and risk the same amount as if you were using spot. And leverage can be a beautiful thing if you know how to use it properly. I always laugh when I hear other YouTubers and people say, don't use leverage, it'll get you wrecked. And that just tells me they don't know how to use leverage. That's why they're saying that. They're just echoing because they know a lot of people do get wrecked using leverage, because they actually do get wrecked because they don't know how to use it properly. But when you know how to use leverage properly with proper risk management, it can really, really take a small account and over time turn it into a big account. That leads me to number 6. And if there's anything in this video that I talk about, plan, trading with a plan, and risk management are it. So this bonus number 6, risk management. I remember when I first started trading, and for several years I'd hear people talk about risk management. It was really boring to me and I didn't quite understand it. And it wasn't until several years ago when it finally clicked. I watched a presentation of a very experienced trader, and he explained risk management to me in a very simple, understandable way. And check it out, we got military guys on the base. So tonight that launch is happening out there. We got military presence here on the base. That's kind of interesting. Very, very protective. Okay, so risk management basically is this. And I'll kind of give you a little highlight, and you can go see the risk management tutorials that we have here on the channel. But it's this. If I have $1,000, let's say I have $10,000 to trade with. In each trade that I make, I am only going to risk 1% to 0.5% of my trade. Now some people will say risk 2%, but when you're new, you want to risk 0.5 to max 1% for every trade. That means if I have $10,000 in my account, Each trade, I can only afford to lose at 1%, I'm gonna risk 100%, $100. So if my trade goes against me and I lose that trade, I lose $100. Hey, big shout out to our mastermind members who have been rocking and rolling. We have this area where people can post their success stories. Let me go through a couple here. Here is 20% on a BNB gate strategy, Kiera Plepar. Congratulations, Kiera. You are rocking and rolling. And here's one of our consistent members, Ralph. Take profit 2 hit. Congratulations, Ralph. Woo! Good job, Ralph. We've got another one here. BTC, 21% from Timothy Johnson. Congratulations, Timothy. And here is a hype 11%. Congratulations. Goes on and on and on, guys. We're really excited for all of our members and for what they do. This is the real deal. If you guys want to learn how to trade crypto and actually have success, how to use a plan, be patient, and how to really get into this game, you know what the drill is. Go down in the description, register for a workshop, check it out, guys. The other side of risk management is understanding the specific trade that you're taking. If I'm taking a trade where I stand to gain a 3-to-1 reward, I'm risking $100 to make $300. Or a 4 times risk reward, which I like to take, I'm risking $100 to make $400. If you understand that risk management, and I don't have time in this video to explain everything to you, it makes all the difference. We have a free risk calculator that you can use down below. We'll link to that, and I'll link to a video on that risk calculator that has a video where I explain risk management. Once you understand risk management, it's beautiful. All right, I'm gonna add a number 7. Let's keep going. What do you guys think? You wanna keep going? Number 7, compound your profits. If you can be patient and you don't need the money to live on, if you compound your profits, it's amazing how an account will grow over time. My goal is to turn $200,000 into $1 million in the next 12 months. My goal is to get there. Last month I made $74,000 trading, and I wasn't even able to trade that much. I haven't taken any trades the last several days because I've been packing up the house and get ready to head back to Utah. But our trading plans have been going. The guys have been pushing out the trades. It's been awesome. We've lots of members making really nice profits. Compounding your profits, that kind of goes on with patience. It could be amazing for you. Let me kind of wrap it up, and then I'm going to talk about the price of Bitcoin, where it looks like we're headed. Trading can be amazing and can be a full-time gig for people. You can change your life with trading if you want to learn. And we're in this world, this economy where people are losing jobs. Trading is never going to go away, guys. There's always this innate thing for people to want to speculate. There's always going to be some way to trade, some way to do it. And if you take the time to learn it, maybe this saves you from losing your job. Maybe this saves you your retirement. So think about that. But you got to take the time and effort to put forth to it, be dedicated to it, spend a couple hours a week learning. All right, let's talk about Bitcoin. All right, pull up the charts here. So this morning we tagged 69,310, and it looks like we're probably going to go up, tag up a little higher. I do think that this trend is getting a little exhausted. It's timed with the stock market. Yesterday the stock market had a really nice rally into the close of last month. Hauled over, it's still considerably down. Most likely it's a little gasp for air before we roll down further. Markets, stock markets, Bitcoin will follow the stock market. Stock markets, it takes a lot to move a stock market, and it's been trending down, guys. Very likely this is a little gas before further downward correction. So yeah, Bitcoin may go up to 72 here in a little bit, maybe 71, 69,550. but more likely than not, we're going to trend down. Now, we did just close 6 months, I believe, I gotta look, 6 months of down in Bitcoin, which has only happened, I think, 2 other times. So April could be an interesting month. I think we're gonna keep going down. Doesn't matter what I think, it matters the data in the charts, but statistically, I don't know, 6 months down, probably gonna have some kind of a little bit of a rally before trending back down. Maybe this is the rally right at the beginning of April. Maybe we'll hit up to 72 or so. But I do believe that area, looking at the charts, is probably what we'll max get. We could be surprised, price could go either way. We could go up a little higher, but I do think we're gonna be trending down. We're gonna go test 60 again, most likely. If we don't test 60, if we stay up at this level, this could be the range. But more than likely, we're gonna get into the 50s, maybe to the 40s, the high 30s, 38, 34, before the end of the year, going through summer to October. Everyone's looking to October. They think, oh, the 4-year cycle, the bottom's gonna be in October. I don't know, guys, it's been pretty spot on. At some point, it's gonna change, but it's been pretty spot on. So what should you do? Well, what was number 2? Patience. Patience and looking. And what'll happen is price will go down and nobody's gonna wanna buy, and that's when you wanna buy. When things get so awful and crashy crash, which has already happened, went down to 59,000. Nobody wanted to buy. I bought some, but I'm gonna buy some more if we go down further. Alrighty guys, I hope you got some value of this today. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys want more videos like this. I wanna teach you how to really make profits in crypto. Thank you guys for your comments. Comment, we answer every single one. This is Joel with the Crypto Code. As always, take massive action in your life, anything you do. We'll see you on the next video, guys. A little pan around here for the last beach video, at least for a while. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.
See it? Look.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah.
America!
There you go, baby. Awesome. My goodness.
Yeah!
Look at that. Oh, yeah.
I cannot believe this marshmallow is getting darker.
Look at that.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
It's toasted already.
Look at that. History's being made. Look at that. Go!
Got a perfect view.
Get him!
Do it!
Hey!
Oh, yeah.
You can do it!
Do it. This is awesome. Oh, yeah! Go, go, go! Oh, yeah, baby! Do it! Here we go! Yeah! Oh, there you go. Doing it. Look at that.
You got this!
Goodness.
You got this!
Look at that. Amazing.
Go!
Amazing. Look at that.
Is it good? You're good?
Yeah, it's good.
That's good?
Yeah.
Amazing, guys.
Yes!
Amazing.